In the northeastern corner of South America, where the continent's vast interior meets the waters of the Atlantic, lies a country of quiet and remarkable contrasts. From above, Guyana does not reveal itself as a single landscape, but as a collection of different worlds, somehow existing side by side. Endless rainforest stretching beyond the horizon, great rivers carving paths through ancient wilderness, wide savannas opening beneath enormous skies, fishing villages facing the sea, markets alive with color and movement, and cities slowly rising between tradition and change. For such a small nation, it feels strangely immense, as though mountains, forests, rivers, coastlines, and communities have all been gathered together and compressed into one place. But looking closer, it becomes clear that the true heart of this land is not the forest, the rivers, or the ocean. The true heart is the people. This is a society built from many histories, many journeys, and many cultures, woven together over generations into something entirely its own. This is the story of everyday life in Guyana, a place where the jungle whispers ancient legends and the sea tide carries the complicated breath of the future. Waking up in the capital city of Georgetown means rising early to catch a few hours of grace before the intense tropical heat sets in. The early morning soundtrack starts softly with the crowing of roosters and the sharp, cheerful calls of the yellow-breasted kiskadee birds, soon joined by the ringing of old church bells and the steadily rising hum of engines. As the golden light hits the wooden buildings, office workers, students in immaculate uniforms, and small business owners pour onto the avenues. The minibus is the undisputed king of the morning rush. Painted in vibrant colors and booming with heavy music, these vans dart rapidly through traffic. Inside, passengers squeeze tightly together, passing exact change forward to the driver through a chain of strangers' hands. This complex choreography explains exactly how the city functions. The minibus is not just public transportation. It is a rolling community space where news is shared, jokes are yelled over the music, and social hierarchies temporarily dissolve. Soon, the civil servants arrive at their air-conditioned offices. The shopkeepers roll up their iron shutters, and the laborers head toward the massive construction sites dominating the skyline. Travel out to the rural coastlines and the agricultural villages, and the morning feels entirely different. Weather-beaten fishermen push their small wooden boats out into the murky ocean or the wide river mouths long before dawn breaks. The air smells of salt and wet mud. Farmers are already knee-deep in flooded rice paddies or swinging machetes in the lush sugarcane fields, while families step out to their backyard gardens to pick fresh herbs for the day's meal. Here, the rhythm of life is not dictated by a digital clock or a corporate schedule, but by the relentless, steady cycle of sun, rain, tides, and harvest seasons. Travel even further into the deep interior, and the morning routine shifts again into something deeply intertwined with the wild. An indigenous man carefully checks the dark river water levels, scans the sky for heavy rain clouds, and deeply inspects his boat engine before making any plans for the day. A day here might involve navigating river rapids to catch fish, hunting deep in the dense forest, tending to a bitter cassava farm, repairing a wooden roof with palm leaves, or transporting precious cargo across vast distances. Distance in the interior is rarely measured in simple kilometers. It is measured in the long hours spent on a boat, the days spent walking through muddy jungle trails, or the waiting for the weather to clear. While a young professional in Georgetown lives by a strict corporate calendar, a family out in the remote Rupununi Savannah plans their entire week around the sudden arrival of rain or the shifting migration patterns of the river fish. These striking differences prove that there is absolutely no single way to live in this country. But how do all these disparate lives gather to sustain themselves? Following the fishermen and the farmers to the place where all these worlds collide requires a step into the vibrant chaos of the daily market. Walking through the iron gates of a bustling local market, the sensory experience is magnificent. A collision of smells instantly defines the national palate. The sharp scent of raw ocean fish resting on ice mixes with the sweet fragrance of overripe mangoes and pineapples, the earthy aroma of fresh thyme and celery, and the rich, heavy smell of coconut oil used for frying savory street snacks. A vendor swings a massive blade to chop a green coconut open with practiced precision, while another carefully weighs out mounds of white rice and selects the very best plantains for a loyal customer. In these crowded spaces, bargaining is rarely just a simple financial transaction. It is a highly theatrical social dance. People playfully argue over the price of a fish while simultaneously asking about each other's children, discussing local politics, and sharing neighborhood gossip. The market vendor knows her regular customers by name, remembers exactly how they like their produce selected, and will happily offer credit if money is tight. The market operates not merely as a place of commerce, but as a vital social network and information hub. This interconnectedness witnessed at the market extends deeply into the surrounding neighborhoods. In the residential areas, neighbors constantly trade plates of cooked food, share raw ingredients over low fences, and drop whatever they are doing to help someone fix a broken water pipe. A group of children plays freely in the street, supervised not just by their own parents, but by the collective eyes of the elders sitting on their porches. In a world often defined by urban anonymity, the deep familiarity and trust found on these streets serve as a profound anchor. A person in Guyana might be responsible for their own life, but they are rarely forced to face its challenges completely alone. Meanwhile, the indigenous peoples hold the deepest, oldest connection to the land. Listening to an indigenous elder speak reveals that their vast knowledge of medicinal plants, weather patterns, animal behavior, and sustainable building is an ancient, priceless encyclopedia of survival that predates modern history. While formal English is the official language used in schools, government buildings, and news broadcasts, the true beating voice of the street is Guyanese Creole. Catching a conversation at the market, the musical, rapid-fire Creole immediately hits the ears. It is a wildly expressive language, full of rich humor, intense drama, and a bouncy rhythm that makes even a casual greeting sound like a piece of poetry. Creole is the language of family arguments, intimate storytelling, street corner jokes, and popular music. It is the great social unifier that allows people from vastly different backgrounds to understand each other's souls. National demographic and cultural data updated for 2026 confirms that despite rapid modernization, traditional religious and cultural festivals remain the absolute peak of social life. This is visible vividly during Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights. As night falls, thousands of flickering clay lamps called diyas are lit along driveways, porches, and balconies, turning a dark, ordinary street into a glowing river of light, symbolizing the victory of good over evil. The sheer beauty of the scene brings a profound, overwhelming sense of shared humanity. A few weeks later, the atmosphere shifts completely for Christmas. The air smells heavily of spiced meat and sweet black cake as families gather, and the chaotic, joyous sounds of traditional masquerade bands echo down the avenues, combining intense African drumming with wildly energetic street theater. Then comes Mashramani, the national celebration of Republic Day. The streets are swept up in a massive parade filled with towering floats, thousands of people dancing in elaborate costumes of neon feathers, and the infectious, thumping rhythm of calypso and soca music blasting from massive speakers. Similarly, during the Islamic festival of Eid, Muslim families cook massive feasts and generously share food with their Hindu and Christian neighbors. Religion here is not confined to the silent walls of a church, temple, or mosque. It lives out in the open, breathing through the food they eat, the festivals they celebrate, and the incredible way they share their national space. The most intimate and delicious expression of this shared history is undoubtedly found on their dining tables. Food here is the ultimate language of deep hospitality. When visiting a home, offering food is not merely a polite gesture, it is a mandatory act of respect. The dinner table is the sacred space where the family reunites after a hard day, and the dishes they serve tell the incredible story of their ancestors surviving and adapting to a new world. Sitting down at a wooden table, a steaming bowl of cook-up rice is often the first thing served. This brilliant meal combines rice, creamy coconut milk, black-eyed peas, fresh herbs, and whatever meat or fish the family could afford that day. It is a masterpiece of culinary resourcefulness, an essential one-pot dish reflecting the resilient traditions of the Afro-Guyanese community, bringing the entire family together for a hearty weekend meal. Next is a soft, perfectly layered piece of roti bread dipped into a fiery, rich chicken or beef curry, tasting the enduring, flavorful legacy of the Indian indentured laborers. At a Hindu religious function, guests might be honored with 7 curry, a magnificent vegetarian feast featuring 7 distinct vegetable curries eaten by hand directly from a large, green water lily leaf. But the undisputed king of Guyanese cuisine and a monument to indigenous brilliance is pepperpot. Lifting the lid off a heavy pot, the smell of slow-cooked meat, cinnamon, cloves, and fiery peppers instantly fills the room. The absolute magic ingredient is cassaripe, a thick, incredibly dark, and bitter sauce extracted from the cassava root through a laborious process by the indigenous tribes. Because cassaripe acts as a powerful natural preservative, this rich, dark stew can be reheated for days without spoiling, and the flavor only grows deeper and more complex over time. Another day might call for meetamgi, a rich, hearty broth of boiled ground provisions, like cassava and sweet potatoes, plantains, and fresh fish swimming in thick, spiced coconut milk. Out on the busy streets, the food is fast, deeply satisfying, and highly social. Stopping at a small glass case on the sidewalk reveals the egg ball, a brilliantly simple snack of a boiled egg wrapped in seasoned cassava dough and deep-fried to a golden crisp. People eat spicy chana and fluffy foulery dough balls, always drenched in a sweet, sour, and fiercely spicy mango sour sauce. It is all washed down with fresh tropical fruit juices or a cold, refreshing glass of sweet coconut water, chopped fresh right on the spot. The local rum shops serve as the ultimate social clubs, where men and women gather to argue passionately about politics, play loud, aggressive games of dominoes, and drink some of the finest aged rum on the planet. Every single meal eaten here, from the street corner to the family table, is entirely sourced from the morning market, the backyard garden, the river, or the dense forest. While the dinner table offers a sanctuary of incredible flavor and history, putting that food on the table requires navigating a landscape of drastically shifting economic fortunes. What happens when a quiet, agricultural nation suddenly strikes liquid gold on an unprecedented global scale? The answer is rewriting their reality entirely and examining how ordinary people earn a living in this turbulent new era is essential. For decades, life and the economy in Guyana moved at a predictable, if completely demanding, tropical pace. Agriculture was the undisputed spine of the nation. Across the coastal plains lie endless, flat fields of bright green rice and towering sugarcane. Beyond the large commercial farms, ordinary citizens cultivate small plots of land, growing cassava, sweet potatoes, peanuts, pineapples, and an endless variety of local vegetables. Out on the muddy waters of the coast, fishermen brave the rough ocean waves before dawn to pull up nets full of fish to sell at the local markets. Further inland, the earth hides immense wealth and danger. Tough, exhausted men work in the muddy gold and bauxite mining camps hidden deep within the dense jungle. Mining provides a crucial source of income for many families, but the work is incredibly harsh, isolated, and completely dependent on the unpredictable swings of global commodity prices. Then, the massive offshore oil discoveries exploded into reality, creating an economic incident that altered the trajectory of the nation forever. According to international financial data, updated for early 2026, ships stationed in the deep Atlantic waters are pumping out well over 1.5 million barrels of crude oil every single day. The immediate consequence is a country tearing itself apart to rebuild. Walking through Georgetown today, the transformation is absolutely dizzying. The city is flooded with international energy executives, foreign investments, and massive logistics companies. Heavy construction equipment tears up old roads to build luxury hotels, deep water ports, and modern office buildings. This boom is creating a massive wave of technical and service jobs, completely altering the skyline of the capital and pumping billions of dollars into the national treasury. Despite this massive influx of corporate wealth, the traditional and informal economy remains fiercely alive and absolutely necessary. The small market vendors, the minibus drivers, the independent tradesmen, and the local mechanics continue to hustle every single day, relying entirely on loyal, repeat customers and deep personal relationships. The formal public sector remains a massive source of stable employment, with teachers, nurses, police officers, and government administrators forming the hard-working backbone of the urban workforce. The contrast is jarring and deeply fascinating. Global oil executives are now walking the same streets as a vendor selling fresh fruit from a wooden cart. They are all desperately trying to navigate a socio-economic landscape that is shifting faster than anyone could have ever predicted. With personal budgets stretched to the limit in this booming economy, income only tells half the story. The actual cost of living here is dictated heavily by geography and social obligations. In Georgetown, the sudden influx of foreign oil workers has caused rent prices to explode beyond imagination, pushing modest homes completely out of reach for ordinary teachers and nurses. Conversely, in the remote interior, rent is low, but building a simple home requires a small fortune. A single bag of cement or a fragile solar panel must travel across rough oceans, down muddy dirt roads, and up dangerous rivers, multiplying its price painfully at every single stop. Transportation itself acts as a massive daily tax. Despite these crushing individual costs, the social economy remains incredibly strong. Families cheerfully support relatives in the countryside and donate heavily to community events. In this country, the true cost of living is offset by the essential investments made into the community network. They share the heavy burden, knowing intuitively that a large bank account will not save a home when the river floods, but neighbors absolutely will. Nature is the ultimate dictator of fate here. On the busy northern coast, 90% of the population lives significantly below sea level. Their entire existence relies on an aging concrete seawall and a complex system of Dutch sluice gates called cokers. Every heavy storm brings the fear of severe flooding. Yet, the seawall transforms at dusk into a vibrant public park, miraculously turning their greatest geographical vulnerability into a beloved social space. Travel inland, and the dark, winding rivers act as the only real highways through the impenetrable forest canopy. Further south, the Rupununi savanna drastically shifts between a massive shallow lake in the wet season and cracked, scorching earth in the dry season. Nature directly decides exactly what is grown, how houses are built, and whether travel involves a paved road, a fragile speedboat, or a tiny bush plane. This extreme geography births monumental challenges that the nation is currently struggling to overcome. Coastal families frequently find themselves sweeping muddy floodwaters out of their living rooms, a devastating consequence of changing global climate patterns. Meanwhile, the massive oil boom creates a complex paradox. Will the new billions reach the remote interior to build rural hospitals, or will the wealth only enrich corporate elites in the capital? This glaring inequality has historically fueled a massive brain drain, sending the brightest young minds overseas. Furthermore, building new roads deep into the pristine rainforest brings the threat of destructive gold mining and the loss of indigenous territories. The ultimate challenge facing Guyana is the agonizing task of modernizing its economy without completely destroying the fragile natural foundations that have kept the country alive for centuries. In a modern world where packing a bag and leaving is easier than ever, what powerful force convinces so many people to stay? The answer can be found on a quiet Sunday afternoon, sitting on a wooden veranda, listening to the tropical rain. They stay because of the invisible, strong web of family. To leave means stepping out of a protective circle and losing the profound comfort of being truly known by a community where people recognize faces and remember the history of grandparents. They are anchored by a fierce pride in their musical Creole language, their brilliant festivals, and their incredible culinary traditions. But most importantly, they stay because of a passionate belief in the future. Young entrepreneurs and dedicated teachers are choosing to stay and actively participate in the transformation of their country, ensuring their homeland does not lose its vibrant soul in the pursuit of wealth. As the sun finally begins to set over the wide, dark waters of the Essequibo River, painting the vast tropical sky in deep shades of orange and gold, a profound peace settles over the land. A small wooden boat returns quietly to a riverside village. The joyful screams of children playing a late game of cricket in a dusty yard can be heard before they are called inside for dinner. Guyana exists in a breathtaking, delicate balance. It is a nation caught perfectly between the wild continent of South America and the vibrant soul of the Caribbean. Its greatest strength does not lie buried under the ocean floor or hidden in muddy gold mines. Its greatest strength lies entirely in the extraordinary ability of its people to survive, to adapt, and to fiercely protect their communities while the rest of the world spins rapidly around them. Can one imagine living in a place where the rivers dictate the daily schedule and the entire neighborhood functions as one massive family? Leave your thoughts below. And do not forget to subscribe to continue exploring the incredible daily lives hidden across our fascinating world. Goodbye, and see you on the next journey.